Here is a short lecture on adolescent pregnancy, initial evaluation, counseling, and management. In this module, we will discuss the trends in adolescent pregnancy in the Philippines based on the 2013 data of the National Demographic and Household Survey and the 2010 data of the National Statistics Office, or NSO, now Philippine Statistics Authority. Complications to mother and her child. Factors contributing to adolescent pregnancy, and evaluation and management of the pregnant adolescent. According to the results of the 2013 National Demographic and Health Survey, 1 out of 10 young Filipino women aged 15 to 19 has begun childbearing. Among those adolescents who had begun childbearing, 80% already had a child, and 20% are pregnant with their first child. These 2010 data from NSO shows an increasing trend in the number of births by mothers below 20 years old. The 2013 NDHS data on adolescent-specific fertility rate, or ASFR, also showed an increasing fertility rate of girls 15 to 19 years old, in which 57 births in 1,000 girls have been recorded. ASFR has remained constant in comparison to the declining fertility rates of older age groups. According to the World Health Organization, the Philippines has one of the highest adolescent fertility rates in Southeast Asia. The 2010 NSO data recorded that women below 20 years old make up 10% of maternal deaths. These deaths are associated with hypertension, poor weight gain, anemia, and STD. According to the 2013 NDHS data, adolescent mothers have shorter birth intervals, about 17 months between pregnancies, compared with mothers aged 20 to 29 years old, which is about 28 months between pregnancies. This leads to school interruptions, unemployment, and in the long run, poverty. Not only adolescent mothers are at risk, but also their children. Neonatal death rate is 3 times higher in adolescent pregnancy. Children of adolescent mothers are 2 times more at risk for abuse and neglect. They are also at risk for developmental delay, behavioral disorders, academic difficulties, and substance abuse. 14% of babies born to adolescent mothers are premature compared to 6% born to mothers aged 25 to 29 years old. Low birth weight is also 4 times higher among babies born to adolescent mothers. Sons of adolescent mothers are 2 times more likely to end up in prison than the sons of mothers aged 20 to 21. Daughters of adolescent mothers are 3 times more likely to become adolescent mothers themselves. Using the HEADS approach, the factors contributing to adolescent pregnancy can be identified. In home, factors are the mother or sibling got pregnant during adolescence and the family's economic status. In education, poor school performance and no vocational goals. In activities, peer pressure and having peers who experienced early pregnancies. In drugs, the presence of other risk-taking behaviors. In sexuality, early puberty, early dating and sex, sexual or physical abuse, and low rate of contraceptive use. And depression is itself a factor. According to the Young Adult Fertility and Sexuality Study in 2014, 1 in 3 adolescents are already sexually active, and about 80% of sexual activity is unprotected. Let's now proceed to the evaluation and management of the pregnant adolescent. Here are the ways to evaluate and manage pregnant adolescents. Before doing a pregnancy test, ensure confidentiality and define its limits. Conduct history in private. Use the heads assessment tool. Take the sexual history with emphasis on sexual debut and practices. Number of partners and instances of coercion. Use of contraception. History of STD and pregnancy. Use of alcohol and drugs. And intention of the adolescent or her partner to get pregnant. And give counsel. It is also important to screen for intimate partner violence because violence is common in many women's lives. And since there is help available for women being abused, examples of questions are: within the past year or since you have been pregnant, have you been hit, slapped, kicked, or otherwise physically hurt by someone? Are you in a relationship with a person who threatens or physically hurts you? Has anyone forced you to have sexual activities that make you feel uncomfortable? "64% of those who request test will have negative result. Out of those who tested negative, 56% will be pregnant in 18 months. When the test is negative, it is very important to do additional counseling, give factual information, offer contraception, and repeat test if suspicion is high. If pregnancy test is positive, discuss the disclosure, keeping in mind the following: need for parental involvement, who can help with disclosure, offer assistance in disclosure, make a prompt OB referral. A comprehensive approach in managing adolescent pregnancy includes initial evaluation, taking the medical history, chronic illness, and medications, physical examination and pelvic examination, laboratory tests such as CBC, blood typing, urinalysis, VDRL, hepatitis B, and pap smear, addressing both medical and psychosocial issues, discussions on nutrition, smoking, alcohol and drugs use, STD, battering, breastfeeding and infant care, and use of contraception to prevent a rapid repeat pregnancy, with usually 20 to 35% chance within 2 years. Finally, involve the adolescent in guided decision-making in the following major issues. Will she raise the baby or will she consider adoption? Will she live with her family or will she cohabit with her partner? Will her partner be involved in parenting? Will she go back to school or will she quit school?